Let's just hope Kakarot doesn't flop like this guy.
Yeah. Hit him with the boy
Dude,
hand, but you
Cannon.
can't see him doing the boy hand right.
Dude, I am way too much up to date on this Nick Cannon shit than I should be. Like, I have been following this shit to the T. Like, a lot of people don't know this. I am a huge fan of hip hop. Well, a lot of people do know that, but like they don't know how deep and I dive into it. Nick Cannon, I highly doubt you're watching this or listening in, but you done fucked up. You done fucked up. You done poked the damn wasp nest, because you best believe, dude, you best believe if M hasn't responded yet, which he hasn't, you are going to hear from M, and it's either going to be on his album, it's going to be on a disc that's going to come out of nowhere. Like dude, I swear to God, if he puts out a Merry Christmas Nick diss track,
I can see that comment.
It ruins his holiday, dude. Can you imagine?
He's already dead. He's
Dude.
done. You're done.
It's like Nick. Not only did your wife leave you, but your fan base about to leave you too, for whatever that counts for.
Does he even have a fan base? What do you mean?
Dude,
Barely.
surprisingly,
He
he's got some sort of one.
All the Nickelodeon people, man.
Dude,
Yikes!
I want to let you know. I want to let you know that when he dropped that first one, and I heard him speak on M's daughter and his wife in the same track.
Oh, that's a rap, dog.
Dude, I was like, you just did the top two things that they tell every rapper in the game not to do. Like, I'm telling you, like, every studio, when a rapper comes on the scene, they're like, look, this is what you don't do. Two of those things in the top 5 is don't fuck with M's wife, don't fuck with M's daughter. Dude, I'm telling you right now, it is over. And if you guys don't know, he got Suge Knight on that shit too, dude. For those of you that don't know, Suge Knight is freaking wild, dude. And they have problems with him in the streets.
Dude is in jail spitting bars. That's funny.
Dude, 50 Cent. 50 Cent.
Look at that idiot too.
I've seen screenshots. 50 Cent went on social media and was like, you brought Suge Knight on here? Dude, it's some gang shit now. I will pull up and gun you down type of thing. That is, I saw everywhere that 50 Cent came out and posted that, and it's getting real. Like, the fact that 50 Cent's involved, Obi Trice is involved. For those of you that don't know, Obi Trice hopped on a track with M for a diss track years ago that was flames with DMX. I'm sorry, I'm a real hip hop like egghead here. So
Even
but,
Joyner
like,
Lucas.
dude,
Everybody's coming out the woodwork for him, dude.
it's crazy. It's nuts.
You're right though, but on the real, what he did though, straight up, as soon as he dropped that, it was bad. It made him look bad, and then he drops the second one, and it's like, I don't even think we can even take you serious anymore, Nickelodeon. we can't take you serious anymore, Drumline.
Nick and Knight.
Yeah, straight up. What's the last rule in the rule
I
book?
don't even know if that many people in here know what that is.
Dude, I'm sorry, but the moment M went on Twitter, he didn't even have to put a diss track or nothing. The moment M went on Twitter and called this man Nicholas, he cut his nuts off right there. He cut his nuts off right there. Freaking Nick Cannon,
my gardener jealous.
Yes, M. Like, that's how he's responded now. Dude, he made Nick his bitch with one tweet.
That's
And it's
ridiculous.
like, it's nuts. And no, Nick didn't do good enough for a diss.
No.
But for somebody so persistent, for 3 tracks plus, here's the reason I think 3 tracks plus their past history, plus the fact that he's got all these new battle rappers on here that don't know the consequences that come with hitting with M, right? Like, M at this point has to say something somewhere, because if he doesn't, that's gonna make everybody think, okay, it's fine to fuck with M now, because M is that's all his image has been in rap. Like, If you come at me, you speak on my seed, you speak on my XY, anything, you're fucking dead. And it's like not literally, but lyrically. And that's what he's done to everybody. And if he lets these new battle rappers slide on trashing this man, because there was a couple lines that they had, not Nick, but the battle rappers that, you know, that definitely hit. They weren't, you know, deep hits or anything, but they definitely hit the mark. And if he lets them slide with that, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. But he's got to say something, dude.
Oh, he will eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
You already know he will. The thing is, I mean, the acknowledgement of it, it's kind of like you brush it off because he already knows. Man, Nick ain't shit, but now, I mean, he's bringing up what Nick Cannon is initially doing, all right? He's bringing up old news to make himself famous, all right? It's like MGK said something, right? But then, like, the reason why MGK said something was because he heard him on his newest album. So yeah, he responded quick. Nick Cannon took 10 years almost.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And the thing is, he's bringing himself into the Mariah Carey thing, where on the real, like, Nick, know your role, buddy, and know that Mariah was fucking with M way before you were even a thought. Drumline. You feel me?
Yeah. So basically, he already dipped the net.
No,
yeah.
And he getting the leftover.
Well, it's not even that. It's more or less like kind of like personal shit. Like if I'm sitting here spitting a rap about somebody, I'm spitting it about them. You on the sideline, I don't care if you're married to her or not. Don't be getting involved, because that was something that me and her were going back and forth, and we still are going back and forth. So just let us handle what we got to do, and you just sit it out. And all Nick Cannon did was make himself look like a little pussy.
Here's what gets me, dude. Nick Cannon, if you really want to dive into the facts, Nick Cannon has been so hypocritical on these tracks. So like he's coming at M for being obsessed with Mariah. Nick, all of his bars have been directly towards Mariah and M. So not only has Nick brought up Mariah so than M has in the past few years, then, in like one track. So you got that. And then you got him calling M old. Everybody's calling M old. But then Nick was just married to Mariah. Mariah's like 50 in March. Older than M. Like, are we gonna forget that this man wasn't married to a quote unquote cougar? And he's you know what I'm saying? And then he's gonna come at M for his age. It's like, dude, you had a kid with a woman older than the I don't get it. I mean, it's just like everything that Nick has said is just like swept under the rug. Like nothing that he said hit.
No, on the real, like if you looked at him in his videos, he looked like he smoked too much weed and didn't get enough sleep because of everything that's going on in his head. Yeah. He looks like he's stressing himself out. He looks older than what he looks. You know what I'm saying?
Dude sounded like he was making a 911. Like literally, he was whispering. His whole track was whispered.
No, the one thing that got me was he used M's lyrics as his chorus.
Dude, that was
tries to make it look.
That's corny.
Yeah. Black bitch. What it's like black bitches are dumb, black bitches are bitches or whatever. Like.
Oh,
I don't even know, man. All I know is that he was using the M shit, but taking it totally out of context, I guess, in general. But it's like, bro.
It was embarrassing. He embarrassed himself.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's nuts. I've never seen somebody dig their own grave and then that. Like, I mean, I've seen rappers put themselves in positions to where somebody else pushed them in it, but I've never seen somebody go, well, it's time to die.
But I'm just saying though, how you gonna? I'm just saying, ask this to the whole chat, to everyone watching. How you gonna send the invitation, right? And then a week later, cancel the invitation.
That's terrible. Oh my god.
How you gonna do that?
Dude, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that Family Guy episode where he comes downstairs and he's like, "Hey, Lois, what are you doing?" Butt club, Peter. He's like, "Oh, okay." Snaps his own neck.
Oh yeah.
That's literally Nick Cannon. He comes down, "Hey, Em, what are you doing? Making money? Oh, okay."
And you know what? The thing that I hate about this whole thing, and you kind of like you guys touched on it when he was talking about the whole racism thing and him being hypocritical. One thing that I cannot stand is cause see, I'm black, right? And one of the things that I hate, now I'm not trying to generalize or be that guy, but I'm kind of gonna have to be that guy. One thing that I hate about my fellow African Americans is when they use those classic cliche tired lines about somebody trying to be black. Because here's the funny thing, especially after watching M's documentary a while ago, this dude isn't trying to be black. He literally got up there using his own style that was far unique. Like, when you compare this style back in the day to everyone else's, it was extremely unique. And not only that, this dude gained the respect of so many people. And not only that, people fear him. They fear his lyrical prowess. This dude isn't trying to be black. He did it his way. I mean, he literally poked fun of himself in a lot of his earlier tracks, and people related to that. Like, he made it his own to the point where other people respected him. Busta Rhymes had a lot of, good things to say about him, especially when he was on the same stage as him. It's just mind blowing, and to see Nick Cannon use such tired lines like that, and even calling this dude Vanilla Ice, the new Vanilla Ice, and this dude literally called himself the new Pac.
Get shot! Get shot, new Pac!
He did not say that.
He did.
Literally.
Can I just jump
He
off
is
the
not
balcony?
the new Pac. He just turned himself into his own internal apocalypse. If you catch my drift on that.
Well, hey, at least you guys know how black you are, and this motherfucker right here is sitting there goddamn disgracing every bit of it. Because Tupac, I'll tell you straight up, he stood for something for blacks, and you know that. You know that just about as hard as anybody else. He was like that one piece of truth that was out there, and he was speaking it, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, recognized it, you know? That's Pac. But Nick Cannon, no, he doesn't speak truth. He's not hilarious. And straight up, fuck you, son. We ain't, fuck Nick Cannon, all right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I'll say this. It's like, T.I. said it best in the interview with Nick Cannon, matter of fact, is that crazy white boy energy. you know what I'm saying? he literally, he said it best. That's what M has. He's not trying to be black. He's not trying to be anybody else. When he raps, you can feel that crazy white boy energy. And I mean, I can say that I'm white. I mean, we crazy. It's like literally, it makes the most sense. It's like, he's not trying to be anything. And that's all these rappers try to do is hit him with that comment. And it's crazy to me. I mean, you also got to remember, you got Eminem lost his best friend a couple years ago, early 2000s, I believe. Proof. If you guys listen to any of M's old music, D12, anything like that, rest in peace, Proof. He talks about him and holds him so high to this day, dude. We're in 2019. He still builds this man up and holds him on a pedestal, his best friend, and he was black. If M was racist, M would not be doing that.
Yep.
I mean, he wouldn't have signed 50 Cent. Dude, 50 Cent has literally said that M has saved his life and changed it. If M was racist, he wouldn't have done that.
It's true.
Dr. Dre being someone, Dr. Dre, someone who literally, I'm not going to say what it stands for, y'all should know, literally helped create the NWA. Someone who stands for what he stood for would not have signed M if M was racist.
Yeah, like he's bringing up like he's bringing up bullshit in about to be 2020, and you know, we all know Nick Cannon is older than me. He's around your age or a little bit older, ain't he? Should be older.
I think Nick Cannon's like 37.
Yeah, that's
Too
what I'm
damn
saying.
old
Yeah,
to be doing
I
all
thought
that.
just saying,
with
he's too
age,
damn
you're
old.
supposed to grow
People
wiser.
You would
And then
think,
act-
Vince.
No, he's 39.
Yeah,
I'm
he's,
sorry.
he's 39, but still.
Ugh, that's even worse.
if you've seen that second verse of that song, he did nothing but put black profiled figures that were like predominant in pop culture or any sort of historical with African Americans. All right, he was literally throwing that in there as if he pulled up the race card. All right, it's a diss track. All right, supposed to diss the person, not throw historical facts.
Yep. It's like it's nuts. Everything he said, and I mean, I guess that's like why he doesn't feel like he should respond, maybe, is because none of it is facts. But at the same time, you look at somebody like MGK, none of his was facts. I mean, the only thing is MGK just had a better track, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but nothing he said was enough to take M down, you know?
Right.
It's like, so M didn't have to respond to MGK either. But I think the whole thing with that is, you know, they already went back and forth, and that had a years build up as well. I mean, you can go look that up, and we're not going to get into that. But it's like with something with Nick Cannon, I think just the history alone, and then him mentioning his family on multiple occasions and bringing these new rappers, I feel like that alone is at least enough for M to speak on in his new album whenever he drops it. But it's just, can somebody look? And when I say this, I don't mean kill Nick Cannon. I don't want him dead. I mean like on the business side, like, can somebody
His
just kill
career
this
is
man?
gone.
Like his career. Can somebody kill this man's career? Like whatever. Like
Man's
no.
on a 360, no scope, all of them.
No, because here's the thing. I mean, you can say what you want about Nick Cannon. His career is not dead. His rap career, maybe, but can somebody like literally Benzino the fuck out this man? Please, like,
It's, no, but it's kind of unfortunate because he's done all this stuff. Like he did the Nickelodeon thing, he did the Wild Now. Like he did a lot of stuff, you know.
he's still the chairman of Nickelodeon, dude. Like,
What? Wait.
If
Yeah.
I'm not
Repeat
mistaken,
that?
I'm pretty sure.
I
he's
didn't
still
know
the
that.
chairman of Teen Nick. He's not on it, but he's still over a whole bunch of stuff.
Then
Interesting.
what is he doing
He's
all
about-
this dumb crap?
He
How
committed
can a
his
rapper
own.
be
Anyway.
ahead of freak Nickelodeon?
Like
What?
one of his bars was like back then you were messing with Nickelodeon Nick, and now this is like they're saying it's a different Nick. It's like, dude, it's still Nickelodeon
It's
Nick.
Still his
It's like-
name is in it, bruh. You can't run from that.
No.
You
Dude,
can't run from that.
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. It's like everybody M has dissed, their career's gone, except for MGK. MGK's got enough talent to, like, he can get his fan base going. I don't think I think Eminem put like a cap on MGK, right? But like he can't really get that big. But you know, as far as Nick has done it himself. it's like M hasn't even
Yes.
like it's just nuts. I mean, but you got all this stuff. I want somebody to really Benzino the fuck out of Nick, please. Like, make it to where like nobody wants this dude. Like, I'm talking about with what Nick has tried to do for clout. I'm a very mean person when it comes to this. If I see somebody doing what Nick's trying to do, I hope he's homeless, dude. I want, like, literally get destroyed. I don't want you on TV. I don't want to see you on my screen. I don't want to see you in my YouTube notifications to my. I don't want to see anybody mention Nick Cannon's name. Like, that's why I think that's why I want him to respond, because he needs to be on that level. The fact that Nick Cannon has no business talking about him at this point.
Being the CEO of Nickelodeon, bro, man, what don't you supposed to have a family-friendly badge to be running Nickelodeon, bro?
No.
Well, see, here's the ridiculous thing, dude. And so many people are not keeping up to date with the story. They think, okay, M just dropped this song and talked about Nick Cannon, and so M started it. No, Nick went on an interview with T.I. and started trashing the shit out of M. M saw it and responded on a track, because M doesn't do interviews. He's not a gossip queen. He'll literally just straight up go on a track and be like, look, fuck you. And he'll make money doing it. And that I can respect that, because he's the craft of hip hop for it. So it's like, that's the only thing. Nick dug his own grave when he got on there. He made the tracks, and that's his way of crawling into it. Well, guess what, M, you need to come with the shovel, grab it from MGK's music video, and scoop the dirt on that motherfucker right now, please. It's like, we need that right now. That's all I gotta say. I'm very biased. I love M, but I mean, I think anybody at this point, I don't think it's even possible to be biased against M with how good he is at this point.
I think
mean,
so.
he literally turned. He's a legend. Nobody.
But you'll never be a legend. I'm sorry.
It can't contest with this dude. I mean, M has murdered so many people lyrically. This dude can come out of a damn hiatus. Oh, I just cursed. Oh, he just came out of a. I said it already. He came out of a hiatus and just blowing up. I mean, he could just come out of nowhere and blow up. Venom. I'm addicted to his Venom track.
Yeah.
So heavy. And then he comes out of nowhere and just destroys somebody and is already back on the map. I mean, that's just how talented he is. I mean, like, who else can do that? Really, who else can do that? You don't see a whole lot of other MCs literally just coming out of nowhere. Maybe like 10 years ago. And come out of nowhere and do that.
Yeah, Nick Cannon ain't no rapper, man. Come on,
You know, in
man.
10 years, this is what I see. I see Venge as the chairman of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Hey,
He's got the family-friendly badge, right?
I got to
Yeah.
polish up my damn it family-friendly badge, though. I got to do that first so that I can get back up there. You need family-friendly goodness over here, okay? But you know what? To keep Nickelodeon on the map, though, you got to get Tsunami, though. You got to have some After Dark spit, too.
So
Vengelodeon, yes.
I know. So see, this is just a topic I'm very passionate about. I'm talking.
Yeah, this one.
I mean, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I've been
It's
wanting to
all
talk
good,
about this
though.
for a long time.
No,
Passionate
remember
about it.
But
I
like,
was saying this right before we started. I was like, we made a diss track and on the real, like that. I'm just saying that beats down any Nick Cannon material hardcore, and we don't even do this.
dude,
I mean, come on, he didn't send nothing straight, no facts in what he was saying. And he was straight doo-doo garbage, and his peoples were garbage. Like, come on, man, you don't, man. And then man, come on, invitation, man, you should have ripped it up and threw it out and not even publicly addressed it, my guy. You killing me over here.
Like, drop the proof.
Stick to
Drop
movies.
that diss track in here.
no,
stick-
like, dude, literally, Nick died almost before he even started rapping on his first track. Like, I'm just gonna say this right now. Suge Knight came on and said, Eminem, whatever your name is, I'm sorry. I know you've been locked up and under a rock, Suge. But everybody knows who the fuck Eminem is. Especially somebody with the connects he has and the influence that he has, even though it's not a very positive influence. You know who the fuck Eminem is, and don't hop on a song acting like you don't. Like, more people know who he is than they know who you are. I'm sorry.
He's locked up.
Then he's like, but Nick is family. Okay. And then they got a chorus that has no idea. Dude, the chorus has nothing to do with the song. It's literally about money everywhere and like talking about women. So they just dug a chorus out the damn archives to throw on this shit. Like the chorus sounded good. I like the chorus. It was catchy, but it has nothing to do with the track. Therefore, I subtract 10 points immediately. And then when Nick hops on, dude, it's like he goes, I fuck with crack, but the white boy he fucks with crack. What the fuck is that, dude? Are you, dude? I can write better than that. Are you kidding me, Nick? It's like not only is that a whack line, but the man is like 8 years sober at least. It's like, are you really gonna talk about some shit that's almost a decade old? He doesn't even do drugs anymore. It's like, okay, that hit. So let's talk about his family. Are you kidding? Then he's like, this is gonna take a page out of Drake's book and get a Grammy. I ain't even gonna mention nothing else. The fact that he said that, he ended his own life in his first track and he dropped 3 of them bitches.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Suge Knight, all right, he's been in jail since 2015, all right? He must have not heard anything, the new album or whatever. I guess they don't have that radio station in jail. All right, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be in jail for the next 25 years, at least the next 20 to 25 years.
You're right.
All right? So, regardless of how he feels and how he's going to talk, bro, you ain't going nowhere, man. Just sit your damn washed up ass in that damn cell and eat that damn dried up ass fucking cornbread.
Nah, eat them honey buns,
Fuck
boy. The freak.
No, he ain't gonna do nothing. He probably sitting there. He's dropping soap. He don't got the rope.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
You know, I'm gonna sit there straight up. What you doing, Suge Knight? You ain't shit. Out of here. You in jail. Roast yourself.
I would say Suge Knight grabbed the belt, but dude too big. There ain't no size belt that could fit around that motherfucker.
Dang.
Motherfucker look like Wreck-It Ralph, but with no hair.
This makes it Wreck-It Ralph. I can't.
Y'all hitting the boy hands out here. What the heck?
Literally, dude, Suge Knight deadass look like Wreck-It Ralph with no hair. Like, can you imagine if Mr. Clean fused with Wreck-It Ralph?
Oh.
Okay, you got going somewhere with that.
Dude, that's literally Suge Knight. Like, hello, Pixar, what are you doing?
Oh,
Bro,
God.
speaking of wreck, this motherfucker is trying to wreck our podcast right now. Freaking hey, man.
I'm gonna
Oh, man.
run.